Oh, my husband's laughing at me. Good to know he believes in me, innit? Hello, hello. Hi, hi, hi. Oh my God. I'm actually really scared. So, hello. Good evening. Hope everyone's all right and had a good day. Hi, Joe. Oh my God, I'm actually really nervous. Hi, guys. Hello. Good evening. Hope everyone's all right and had a good day. I'm totally going to do that thing. Hi, Emmy. Hope you're all right, darling. Where everyone says, I'm just going to sit here and wait for some people to come on, but I actually am. Hello. Hi, Nikki. I hope you got your order done, my love. Your host join. I'll check in with you afterwards. Thank you for coming on. Hi. Hello. Right, okay, so I'm sitting here in my conservatory, come office, come laundry room, come everything at the moment. So I'm in my little Scentsy space and thanks. It's a new look. Like a bit of new look. Hello. So one second. Sorry, I just had to swipe that up. So yeah, I'm here, I'm ready. I've got my notes. I'm gonna try and stay focused and on point, on focus, because I know anyone that knows me always jokes and goes like, oh my God, Laura can talk for England and Laura can chat, which I can. I'm not taking anything away from that. However, genuinely, I wanted there to be a purpose tonight. Hello, hi Chloe. Hi Lise, hi Stace. Oh my God, I can see some fun faces and some names that I know are coming on, which is nice. Thank you. So yeah, I just, I did say to Lise, to Joe, to Kelsa, I said that I really want to have a focus tonight. I want to make sure that I'm actually here for a purpose and not just to chatter away for an hour or 45 minutes to you. So I have made some notes. I have done a couple of trainings on this before. Hi, Sarah. But they've taken a little bit of a different path. So I've taken some notes from various ones and I've tried to merge them. And hopefully you will find some value from this and you will take something away from this, and it will help. And if I help one person, I always think, do you know what, it's worth doing it. And I'm sorry, not worth doing it. I'm glad that I did it. I will always come on and help anybody, but I hope that you take something away from it is what I mean. You will learn tonight. I very much do this and like talk with my hands. And in a minute, I'm going to have to stop looking at the comments because I'm like a little magpie and I'll see a comment and then I'll just go, and then my train of thought will have totally gone. So I'm really going to try and breathe for a start. I can do a fitness class for you if you want. I'm all right on that. I've done that millions of times. That is my trade. But anyway, I'll stop joking and I'm going to get started. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so I am Laura Sawkins, for anyone that does, I don't mean that like it sounds, who doesn't know I am, but I'm Laura Sawkins and I am Star Director of Team Glitter Sparkle, my amazing team, who, hi Holly, who the girl, breathe and go, rip off that plaster, that's what I need to do. Breathe. That's my problem, I talk too fast, I go, and then I need to just, I'm so determined tonight to strip it back and stick to my points. So yeah, I'm Star Director of Team Glitter Sparkle, and I'll just tell you quickly where that name originated from. So my team name is Team Glitter Sparkle. My business is called Scents and Sparkle, and it's not just the kind of, I like all things sparkly because I do. I try to leave a little bit of positivity wherever I go, and never let anyone leave you without feeling a little bit more sparkly is kind of my motto in life. Hi Lorna, hi Rebecca. So that's where my team name and my business name came from. So when we were coming from, and also because that is how I kind of try and live my life. Kelly and Lisa, it was around the time that Trolls, the film, had come out, and I was trying to think of a team name, and we put it out to the team and put it out to the group. And basically, they said that I reminded them of the little pink troll who is called Princess Glitter Sparkle. And so Thank you, Joe. So that is where my team name came from, and for about a couple of weeks, for about a week or so, that I put that as my profile picture. That purple, pink, sparkly troll from Trolls, Princess Glitter Sparkle, is who I remind my team and my colleagues of. And I'll take that, you know, she likes spreading a little bit of positivity and love and sparkle wherever she goes. So that is where my team name came from. And that is why I am sitting here tonight talking to you about a positive mindset, because I'll never claim to be an expert. Some of you might sit here tonight and just think, oh, what is she talking about? What's she banging on about? And I'm not claiming to preach or be an expert on anything, but what I do pride myself on is that I feel like I've learned a lot in the last 3 years of my Scentsy business. I've been in network marketing for 5 years. I was with another company before Scentsy, and I've been in with Scentsy for 3 years. And I 100% want, and all I can ever do is share with my team or with anybody that asks, and you know, share with you guys tonight what works for me. So all I'm doing is sharing what works for me, and I 100% believe that a positive mindset is the core of everything. Like, I believe it's the catalyst for any successes that I've had in my business. I believe it is literally the center of everything. So I believe 100%, if it wasn't for the power of a positive mindset, I wouldn't be sitting here tonight as a star director of an incredible team, because I really do believe that is the core of everything that you do in life. So, okay. First thing you have to do. So obviously the purpose of making it relevant to this evening is to adapting it to your Scentsy business and how I believe it helps in your Scentsy business. So the first thing, if you want to have success in your Scentsy business, is you have to have belief. You have to have belief in you. You have to have belief in the business, and you have to have belief in the products. Now, what do I mean by that? And I'm not just talking about saying, yeah, I believe in myself. I'm talking like deep down in your gut, right down in your core, believing that you can do something. Because it all starts with up here. If you don't believe that you can do something, you're never going to do it. If you're telling yourself, oh, I can't do that, guess what? You're not going to do it. And anything I share here tonight comes from a place of love, and a bit of tough love maybe, and a few truth bombs. But if I start to sound a bit preachy, and I start to sound a little bit, when we did this, when we went into lockdown, Lisa and I, for our teams, put together a mindset masterclass, which is actually on YouTube that you can go and look at, because we were like, right, actually, we're going into unprecedented times. We don't know what's happening here. We need to like pull together and you know, get everybody focused. So we ran a mindset masterclass for 4 days or 5 days, and all this training is on there. So if you want to go and have a look at it, that's where it is, on Lisa's YouTube. So I'm not talking, and basically what I mean is, on that, I got so passionate, I started like nearly crying at points, because it is something that I really, really believe in. So if I do start to get a bit American-y, whoop, whoop, to you, just, it's because it's just something that I'm just so passionate about. Okay, so when I say you have to believe in yourself, I'm not just talking about going, yeah, I believe in myself. I'm talking like, right, deep down, inside your core, telling yourself that you can do something. Because if you tell yourself something enough times, you will start to believe it. Your mind is so powerful. If you fill it with thoughts going, well, I can't do that, I can't speak to that person, I can do parties, I can ask people if they'd like to join the business, you can. You absolutely, 100%, without any shadow of a doubt, you can. But if you tell yourself you can, then guess what's going to happen? If you tell yourself you can, guess what's going to happen? There is a quote from Henry Ford, and you'll learn tonight, I do like a quote. Henry Ford, the man that built the car. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. Okay. Second thing, you have to believe in the business, okay? If you do not believe in the business model, and you want to build a team, and you want to grow your network, if you don't believe in it, how is anybody else ever going to believe in it? You have to 100% believe in everything you're talking about, everything you're doing, and that will radiate out of you. If you believe in it with all that you are and all that you have, honestly, that will just radiate out of you, and you will draw people to you. And that's attraction marketing on another level, and that's another training for another night. But you have to believe in what you are talking about. And also you have to believe in the products. When you are talking to people about the Scentsy products, I know 100% all of us sitting on here tonight will have heard, oh, they're too expensive. or they're this, or they're that. If somebody comes to you and says, oh, they're really expensive, and you go, actually, yeah, they are. You could go down to Asda and you could get them cheaper. They're not going to believe it, are they? Our products are not expensive. They are 100% world-class products with a lifetime guarantee, and there is nothing else on the market like it, okay? So they are not expensive. That is just one little bit. 100% people buy into you, and you have to believe in the products. You have to get behind. You have to live, eat, and breathe these products. You have to use the products. You have to fall in love with them, and that will radiate out to your customers. What will start to happen tonight is all these notes I've made, everything we talk about with mindset, it's all part of the bigger picture, and it's all part of like a beautiful Scentsy jigsaw. So already I can feel myself. I start to talk about one thing, and I start to like go off on a tangent and talk about something else, but I'm going to try and keep on track. Okay, if you don't believe, how will other people? Next thing, you have to keep a positive mindset at all times in this business. This is a little bit of tough love, and a few truth bombs are going to explode here, okay? Every single person in the world, in life, in general, I won't swear, but has things going on in their life, has so many reasons they could think to not work their Scentsy business, okay? Every single person has stuff going on. There are people in Scentsy, friends of mine, peers of mine, colleagues of mine, that are doing spectacular things, and have so many reasons every day where they could get up and think, can't be bothered today. I can't do this because of insert random excuse. And that's what they are, they're excuses. And I mean that with love. If you want to be successful, you have to choose to be positive. You have to choose that you can do this, okay? You have to get out of your own way, basically. You have to decide, actually, I'm not going to use my family or my children or my other commitments as a reason to not work my Scentsy business and use that as an excuse. Use that as a reason to. Use your family as a reason to, actually, I want to show them. I want to show my kids, actually, if you work hard for something, you can achieve it. I want to show my kids that it's okay to do things out of the norm. It's okay to live a life that other people might not necessarily understand. And it's okay to achieve things. And it's okay to be proud of yourself. And it's okay to shout from the rooftops if you achieve something, because it's okay to be positive. You know, so many people in this life want to moan and groan and whinge and bitch, and just don't do it. Just don't be that person. And honestly, if you radiate that out into the universe, I cannot stress how much it will come back and repay you. Positive mindset at all times. Okay, everyone has things going on, but you can always spin it round. Always find the, oh my god, what's the word I'm looking for? Somebody tell me. Oh my god, it's not, I'm looking for a certain word here. Perspective. Find the perspective, because do you know what, I wasn't going to mention this, but I am gonna, right? Okay, because somebody put who was it? Joe, in the team group the other day, somebody said to me, where do you get your positive mindset from? And actually, it is really relevant, okay? It is really relevant, so I'm going to talk about it. Everyone has stuff going on. I do. Everyone does, okay? My positive drive and inspiration comes from my mum, because my mum has MS. She has multiple sclerosis, and she's in a wheelchair full-time. She cannot walk, and my dad is her full-time carer. The reason I'm sharing that with you is because my mum, obviously everyone's inspired by their mum, but that woman literally has so many reasons in the world she could moan and groan, and she doesn't. Every single day she gets up, and I'm sure she has her moments, but you will never ever hear her moaning. She is always thankful. She is thankful she still has use of her arms. She is thankful that she can see, and she can still see her grandchildren and hold her grandchildren. And honestly, if I'm having, as I've got older, and you know, as I've had things going on in life, if I'm having a bad day, right, and I'm having a moment, and I think, do you know what, and I actually say this to my kids, and they probably hate me for saying it, but if they're having, I'm like, hello, like, my mum can't walk, right? And I'm not saying that, I don't just mean that as an example, that's just one example. There are people in the world with terrible things. For me personally, that's where I get my positivity from. If ever I'm having anything going on, I think, do you know what, actually, there's people in the world with real issues to moan about, and they don't. So you need to sort yourself out, Sawkins. Like, that's what I tell myself. So you need to find something for you that's a point of when you're having, if you feel like you feel yourself slipping into that. It's like with running. It's like with the marathon. And when people run the marathon, they're like, oh, and I did a few years ago. Where did you go? In my head, at times when I was training for the marathon and I was thinking about giving up, how many people out there would love to have the ability to run the marathon? How many people out there would love to have the ability to run, and some of them don't? I have that ability, so I'm never going to take it for granted. So you need to find something and find some perspective, because let me tell you, and I'm going off on a bit of a tangent here, things like shipping being late, and some of you might not go, so things like shipping being late, or things like, I don't know, other gates that have gone on in Scentsy world, these are not real problems. These are, you have to find the perspective. It can always, we are so lucky and so blessed and have a company that loves us. So if in your Scentsy business, if there's ever anything that you think, I'm going to have a grumble and a moan about this, always find the perspective. And because there is always, it's always in there. Okay, right. Back to your notes, Laura. Okay. Making it relevant to your Scentsy business. Do not worry about the opinions of others or what others are doing. And I mean that in two ways, okay? When you start to do something new in life, in business, in general, everyone's going to have an opinion about it. Everyone. Because that's just human nature. They are going to tell you that it's a scam. They're going to tell you that it's a pyramid scheme. They're going to tell you that it's a load of rubbish, that you're never going to earn any money. Honestly, I and we have heard, haven't we all heard all of it before, okay? The opinions of other people is a reflection on them, not on you. The opinions of other people do not determine or define you. The opinions of other people do not pay your bills, do not pay your mortgage, do not pay for kids' swimming lessons or to take your kids on holiday. So, honestly, and I mean this with love, so I have, like, when team members start and they're like, oh, my dad says I shouldn't do this because of, why, with all due respect, or so-and-so down the road says, or my auntie's sister's cousin said that somebody joined a network marketing company 5 years ago and they got into loads of debt. Brilliant. I'm really happy for them, but they are not affecting what I'm doing in my life. You need to remember that. You need to stay in your lane and stay focused and remember why you're doing it. And it's not always coming from a bad place, but sometimes people just want to project their opinions onto you because they don't understand it. They don't understand, anything that's outside of the norm. And most of the time, it's because they're too scared to do it themselves. They're almost too frightened to take that leap and to take, and you just need to not listen to other people's opinions. Never ever let anyone dim your light or dull your sparkle is another quote that I love, because it's not their life. It's not their life to live. And I'm going to talk about personal development in a minute, but there is a quote. So Rachel Hollis is a book that I'm going to reference in a minute. There is a promotional short video on YouTube for her book, Go Wash Your Face. And every single time I watch it, it literally gets me in my car, because she references something, and this is the bit that made me cry when I did it on Mindset Masterclass, but I won't cry now, I promise. Like, literally, no one in your life has any right to tell you what to do. No, I don't care if it's your mum, your dad, your sister, your brother, your colleagues, anybody. Nobody has any right to tell you how big your dreams can be. That is all on you. That's a Rachel Hollis quote. That's not a Laura Sawkins quote. Nobody has any right to tell you how big your dreams can be. So do not listen to them, because it is your life to live. Actually, while we're here, okay, I was meant to reference this bit. See, I knew I was going to jump around. This is coming back to about finding the perspective, and I highlighted this earlier. So this is a book that I'm reading. I'm going to talk about personal development in a minute, but this is referencing how finding the perspective, okay? Understand that pain is physical, but suffering is mental, and that even in the worst times of our lives, we always have a choice to think differently. Being positive isn't mumbo jumbo. We really can choose to see every situation through a different lens if we choose to, okay? So that is, it's not a Laura Sawkins quote. That one is a No Hibbert quote, because that's a brilliant book. But it's so true. You always have a choice. Okay. So, no one. Remember that. Nobody gets to tell you how big your dreams can be. That is all on you. Okay. Next thing. When I say don't worry about what others are doing. Don't worry about what other people in your business are doing. As in, unfortunately, whether we like it or not, there are always going to be people that do raffles. There are always going to be people that do things that are non-compliant. If you focus your time on what other people are doing, you are not focusing your time and your mindset and your energy into your business. So do not worry about what other people are doing. Stay in your lane, focus on you, focus on your business. And this is a huge one. Like, I cannot stress this enough. Do not compare your journey to anybody else's, because if there is anything ever that's going to get inside your head and mess with your mindset, it is comparison. Because every single person's journey is so unique and so individual, and you don't know. Somebody might come in and join Scentsy and they've been studying network marketing for 5 years previously, studying the skill, reading all the books, listening to all the podcasts, you know, going on all the trainings, and then they might join and they might skyrocket to the top of the company. You don't know that. You don't know what anybody's got going on behind the scenes. So never compare yourself to anybody else, because everybody is so unique and everybody's journey goes at their own pace. It doesn't matter what rank you are or what level you are or how quickly you're promoted, or, you know, everybody's journey is their own to live. No, don't let oh my God, love that one, Nikki. Never let any outside water get in and sink your ship, because it is your ship to sail. I love that one. So literally, just be happy for people. If you see people, and again, I'm not talking like Facebook happy, where it's just for show. I'm talking like deep down in your core, like always be happy for people. If you see people doing well, just clap when they win, because again, the universe is always listening and it will come back to repay you. And honestly, just stay in your lane, stay in your focus, never compare, because everybody, what's the Scentsy core values? Simplicity, authenticity and generosity. Be authentic and be you, because you're the people that are supposed to be in your Scentsy business, that are supposed to be in your Scentsy team, that are supposed to be your Scentsy customers. They will radiate towards you because of who you are. So don't try and be anybody else, because you is the only amazing person that you can be. So just don't ever compare yourself, because that is just going to mess with your mindset massively. Okay. How am I doing for time? I don't even know. I haven't got a clock out here. And my phone one's gone. Don't know. I'll just keep going till I'm finished and I'll see where I'm at. If I've gone over, like, way over 45 minutes, like, shout at me. Okay, self-development. Massively important. Huge. Cannot even tell you how important this is to your Scentsy business. Again, I'm not claiming to be any expert. I'm not claiming to be any guru. But I do know that the person I am, that started in network marketing, and the person that is sitting here today are the same person physically. Oh, thanks, Holly. But I 100% know the person inside and the person up here are completely different, and it is all down to personal development, like 100%, because it's completely opened my mind to just a whole new concept of thinking, open my mind. I've always been interested in psychology. Like, it really interests me. It's something that I just love it so much. And if I'm honest, Gemma Owens, you are on here and you know this, and Lisa, you know this as well, and I think I've said it to a few other people as well. It's something that I'd like to study one day, because honestly, I've always said I want to write a book. I'm just putting this out into the world, okay? Might take me 10 years and my kids might have to drive me to my book signing, but one day I would like to write a book. I love the mind, and I love, like, honestly, this subject just literally lights my fire, lights my core. So it's something that one day, hopefully, I might be reading you a quote from my own book. We never know, we'll see. Right, okay, so personal development, because it's been had a massive effect on me, it's something that one day I'd love to do, and something I'd love to get involved in. Maybe, one day. Okay, no, not maybe. One day. Watch this space. Right, so self-development, whether it's reading, whether it's listening to YouTube trainings, whether it's listening to podcasts, there is literally a whole world of personal development out there. You don't have to read a book. I love reading, so I do it in that form. But you can download Audible, you can listen to stuff while you're cooking, while you're driving, if you're sorting out your washing, you know, you literally we all have 24 hours in a day. If you want to work on you and you want to work on your personal development, make the time. We're all busy. Again, being busy is an excuse. If you really want it, that is. It's not an excuse if you're not bothered and you don't want to grow your Scentsy business. But if you do, you have to get rid of all the excuses, because you can have excuses or you can have results. You can never have both. So find the time to work on your personal development, and it will literally change your life and your business. So because your mind is a muscle and you have to work it as well. I always call it, Dan always calls it my whizzy mind. He's like, your whizzy mind is off again, isn't it? It's like literally my brain goes da 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 da, like all the time. I do switch off occasionally, sometimes. But I'm just going to show you a few books that I've got loads up there. But I'm just going to show you a few books that have definitely had a positive impact on my business and my life. So the one that I'm reading at the moment is here you go, you can see what it's called for yourself. Just effing do it. Stop playing small, transform your life. And this is written, No Hibbert is a force of nature, and her book is a candid, no bullshit blueprint for living your most amazing life, invigorating and inspiring. The reason I find this, exactly, push through. Kelly Sylvie, I'm not, honestly, Kelly has overcome something huge in her life. And if ever you want an example of no excuses, okay, just give me a little heart. I'll give me a little comment if you're okay for me to reference this, and I'll come back to that in a minute. So yeah, Noah Hibbert. The reason I find this one so inspiring is because I have followed Noah Hibbert on social media when she was first starting out in her like coaching career, and I have followed her success and I've followed her like her growth. So when she wrote her book and I saw she was bringing a book out, I felt like really proud, like I knew her, like I don't know her. But I felt really, really proud because she is a really good example of showing up and, of course, right, I'll talk about that in a minute, of showing up. And she'd go to seminars and there'd be like 4 people there, and then the next one she'd do it like 6 months later, there might be 30 people there, and now she does them and she's filling like stadiums, and she's written a book. So mindset, 100%. Read this book from this woman. Right, Kelly Sylvie, no excuses. Kelly overcame breast cancer last year, absolutely kicked breast cancer's ass out of the window, and worked her business all the way through her chemo. So excuses, no. You have to get rid of all your excuses. Absolute superhero. Right, back to my notes, because honestly I'm going to just lose my train of thought. Okay, this one. You are a badass. How to stop doubting your greatness and start living an awesome life. Okay, I believe in the works. This is like really cheap at the minute. Somebody told me the other day, I think you can download the audiobook for like next to nothing. So You Are a Badass, How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life. And these two, I cannot stress enough. If you read no other books, Rachel Hollis, Go Wash Your Face. Rachel Hollis, Go Stop Apologising. When we were in Mexico on the incentive trip, Lise, which one? I think it was this one, wasn't it? Lisa Allwood had not read the Rachel Hollis books, and she was next to me on her sun lounger like this, and she'd be reading it, and she was like, "Oh my god!" And she was like, "She's speaking to my soul," and that is literally what this book does to you. Literally, this woman like literally speaks to my heart and my soul. And if you follow her on Instagram and she just speaks so much sense. And Lisa was like, just her brain was exploding at every moment. Go wash your face. That was it, Lisa, wasn't it? It is so powerful. And I'm going to share that short clip with you, because even what she says in that short promotional video, oh, it's just amazing. I'm going to share it in here afterwards. Right, okay. Personal development, really, 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 really important. Okay. Okay, right. I've got about 3 or 4 points that I'm going to try and finish up on. So, your mindset is the core of everything that you do, of who you are. And it's so important to look after the person that you are. Okay, and what I mean by that is your mindset is affected by how you feel. Your mindset is affected by the people that you spend your time with. It is affected by what you eat. It is literally affected by everything. So it is so important to do things for you that make you feel good, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. And if you're not at your best, your mindset's not going to be at your best. And for me, it's exercise. I'm a fitness, actually I was going to say this at the beginning, sorry. I'm a fitness instructor. I'm not teaching anymore because Scentsy is my full-time business now. But exercise for me is just part of who I am. I literally cannot function. It has got nothing to do with how much I weigh, what I look like, the number on a scale. I don't even own any scales. Like, I literally threw my scales away. They are such, personally, just my opinion, I think weighing yourself and being focused on that number on a scale is such a dangerous obsession. Like, I just think it's wrong. But it's nothing to do with what I wear, what I look like. It is all to do with my mind. And honestly, if I do not work, especially in lockdown, especially in the time that we're in, so I get up and the only day I've been having off is Sunday. Actually, I'm lying. Some Sundays I have been for a run, because, you know, with 3 children and a husband and a dog and a business to run, life is busy and you have to do things for you that make you feel like you. And so for me, it's exercise. There's actually a science behind exercise. So I would be a huge advocate for, I'm not saying everybody has to get up and do a HIIT class or find something that works for you. For me, I just love mixing it up. I do all kinds of different workouts, but it releases endorphins. It releases happy hormones in your brain. So exercise scientifically makes you happy. So that is why I work out. People say, "Oh, how have you been driven in lockdown to work out every single day?" Pio is what I used to teach, and Caroline used to come to my classes. And Lisa, obviously, exercise for you too. Lisa is also that's how we met. Lisa's a fitness instructor too, and we went to each other's classes. So actually, if it wasn't for exercise, we might never have met. So it's got so many positives. But yeah, you have to find something that makes you, okay? You have to, whether it's reading, whether it's baking, whether it's, you know, whatever it is, you have to find the time for you that kind of makes you recenter and refocus and refills your cup, because you cannot have a strong mindset and be focused if you are, you know, if you're not feeling tip top. So you have to take the time to do the things that refill your cup. I've totally lost where I was going here, but you get my point. Anyway, you have to be aware of the people you surround yourself with. So you are the product. This is what I was trying to think of. You are the product of the 5 people that you spend your most time with. You are the product of the people that you surround yourself with. So if you surround yourself with people who, like I said earlier, who spend their time moaning and whinging and bitching, and that is just going to feed, and you're going to soak up their energy, and that is what is going to get inside your mind, and that's what you'll become. If you want to be a positive, happy, motivated person, you need to literally remove everything from your life that isn't that. I saw a quote the other day. It said something like, look at your highest, look at the life that you want, look at what you want to achieve, look at where you want to be, and then remove everything from your life that isn't that. And that includes relationships that are toxic. And watch how that has an effect on your mindset. Just watch, because if it doesn't serve you or bring you any joy or anything positive, you decide in your mind, you decide, and you are in charge of your life and who and what is in it. And anything negative is just going to bring you down. So you just need positive vibes at all times, always. Okay. Oh, where's my laptop? I actually need my laptop because I saved something and it's charging in there. Hang on 1 second. Dan? Sorry, can you just pass my laptop over? It's charging. Because I just saved on my desktop a few things I want to reference. So, okay. there are two types of mindset, and this is what I'm going to try and round it up on. What time is it? I don't know. Thank you. He's good, isn't he? I've trained him well. Okay, I'm all right. There are two types of mindset that you can have. You can either have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. And sorry guys, I should have had this saved and ready and open. And if you want to develop your mindset, sorry, look, I've got Harry's lucky listener schoolwork on here that's open from earlier. If you want to develop your mindset, you have to get honest with yourself about the type of mindset that you have, because you can never develop into a growth mindset if you're not honest with yourself and admit that you've got a fixed mindset in some situations, because we probably all have or had at some point. And if you want to develop and you want to grow, so there's two types of mindset, and I've saved here some examples of a situation and how somebody with a fixed mindset would deal with it and how somebody with a growth mindset would deal with it. And as I'm talking about them, just really, really think about which one you think you are. You don't have to write it down, you don't have to share it on here, but just it's really, really good to get your mindset in check, to have a bit of self-reflection and be honest with yourself. Okay, so 10 common fixed mindset examples to get fixed. Okay, so either I'm good at something or I'm not. This statement is limited thinking at its most basic level. So it's a brilliant place to start. How can you think you're bad at something if you've never even tried? So how many times, a little bit like I was saying earlier, okay? How many times have you said, well, I can't do that because, I don't know enough people, or I can't do parties because I can't stand up and talk in front of people? You absolutely can. Confidence is a skill. Anyone can be confident if they choose to be. Nobody's just born confident. Nobody grows into a confident, nobody's born confident. It's a skill that you have to learn, and the way that you do that is to step outside your comfort zone, try new things. If you don't try new things, how are you ever going to know? So either I'm good at something or I'm not. Somebody with a fixed mindset would obviously say, well, I can't do it. Somebody with a growth mindset would say, if I'm not good at something, I can always become better through practice. Okay. Next one. I can't learn now, it's too late. It's never, I repeat, never too late to become a learner. Always be learning, be a sponge. If you want your mindset to grow and you want a strong, positive mindset, you literally need to soak in training, soak in information, be a sponge. It's never too late. Somebody with a fixed mindset would say, I can't learn now, it's too late, I'm too old, too long in the tooth. Somebody with a growth mindset, I can learn whatever I want to, exactly when I need to learn it. I shared something in my team group yesterday, and it's something that's gone around on social media before about J.K. Rowling, how many times she'd been rejected from book publishers. Walt Disney, he got rejected from so many when he was sending his designs in. There's so many the Colonel, KFC, he didn't get started till he was 50 odd, I think. Literally, it's never too late to learn. If you tell yourself that it's too late, you're never going to be successful. Okay. There's no point in trying if I'm going to fail. This is something that Rachel Hollis references in her books a lot. You have to fail if you want to grow. You might fail. You might fail multiple times. You might fail so spectacular. I'm reading this, by the way. You might fail so spectacularly that it paralyses you and leaves you wondering what to do next. So here you are in the face of fear, rearing its ugly head and laughing at your efforts. But with every failure, there is an opportunity to look at the situation in a new light. So the question is, and this is the question that will determine every single move that you make from now on, how badly do you want it? How badly do you want your Scentsy business to be a success? How badly do you want to be a success? It all comes down to that. So a growth mindset, an alternative would be, I see failures as opportunities to learn and reassess and to do better next time. Okay, I'm going to choose, there's 10 on here, but I'm going to choose a couple more just to reference. Okay, next one. I take feedback as a personal attack. Okay, if somebody in your Scentsy business tries to give you feedback about something that you've done, or for example, if I don't know, I've had this, and I literally had this last week, and my girls was this. Joe obviously messaged me about this. Disney compliance. I am so, Even though I have been in for 3 years and I always check it, I stupidly put a Disney photograph frame that I bought in Florida in the same shot as a Minnie Mouse warmer, which we all know is out of compliance. And I got, obviously somebody noticed that and pulled me up on it. And it's fine though, because if people don't give you feedback, how are you ever going to grow? Okay, so don't take feedback as a personal attack. Take it as something that you can learn and you can grow from. So don't take feedback. People are only trying to help. A growth mindset alternative would be, I can find the value in every bit of feedback that I receive. Okay, and it still happens to us all. This is what I'm saying. I've been in for 3 years and I'm still. Oh, and there was, and the other week I forgot to put the income disclaimer on when I end the cruise. So don't just go, okay, brilliant, amazing, thank you for letting me know, and move on. Don't let it get inside you. Okay, next one. I feel threatened or intimidated by the success of others. This is referencing what I was saying earlier, okay? Why are we so determined to be put out by the prosperity of others? If anything, it's something we should be celebrating. Why? Because more often than not, these sensational stories are about people just like us. Everyday, ordinary folks who knew that they wanted more and weren't willing to stop until they got it. So the growth mindset alternative would be, when I see others succeed, it makes me think that I can too. What did these people do that made them so successful, and how can I do it too? So take inspiration from other people. Don't try and be somebody else, but be inspired by other people, and don't feel threatened by the success of others. Okay. Right, 2 more, I'm going to finish. I already know everything I need to know. This sounds like a pretty dangerous assumption. What it sounds like more is that somebody that has decided to stop growing. You literally can never know everything. Nobody knows everything. There's always new things to learn. So always be learning, okay? So the growth mindset alternative, I enjoy learning and growing, and learning is a lifetime pursuit for me. And the last one I'm going to finish on is, I've always been told that I can't, therefore I can't. So when we are children and when we are growing up and we become adults and we go into life, and people around you and outside influences, whether you realise it or not, will have conditioned your brain to tell you, you can't do that because of something. You know, why would you want to do that? Because of something. Why would you want to join a network marketing company? Like, what crazy fool would want to do that? Me, I want to do that. And we all want to do that, right? So there will always, your brain will always be conditioned to tell you that you can't do something, but you absolutely can. This references what I was talking about earlier, okay? So when a young impressionable brain is continuously bombarded with a specific notion again and again, it can become an unconscious truth for that brain. Unfortunately, a destructive or limiting idea can also become truth for that brain. We can't blame ourselves or others for being surrounded by beliefs we were brought up with when we were young. What we need to understand right now is that someone else's opinion of us doesn't need to become our reality. No matter what we believe about ourselves because of what somebody else in the past has told us, we can change those beliefs into ones that empower us at any time rather than let it holding us back. The growth mindset alternative would be, no one knows my true potential. I must discover it for myself, independent from outside opinion and influence. And actually, Joanne Davison sent me this lovely little thing in the post yesterday. And I've just seen this on there. So it's the Rainbow Box of Positivity. And I opened it, and the first card that was inside said, don't rely on others to make you happy. Strength, beauty and happiness comes from within. Okay? And it's so true. Every single thing, and this is how I'm going to try and wrap this up. Everything that you do in life and in your business comes down to your mindset. It comes down to telling yourself up here that you want to do something, telling yourself up here that you want to be successful, telling yourself up here or understanding up here what you need to do to make that happen, whether that's going for a run, whether that's exercising. And I know I've referenced, Lisa and I a lot on this, but I know that Lisa feels the same on this with me. Like, when your brain gets so busy, like, we will say, like, oh, I just need to do a workout. Like, and then once you've done it, it's like, oh, it's clear. Like, your mind's clear. That's exercise for us. But find something that works for you and find what works for your mind. And just never, ever let anybody tell you that you can't achieve anything, because you can achieve anything you want to in life. And it all comes down to your life is only as good as your mindset. And I think that's where I will finish. I think that's a good quote to finish on. Your life is only as good as your mindset. So, I hope that was all right. I hope I didn't... What time is it? Let's have a look. Oh, it's 1:45. So, look at that. 45 minutes on the money, Holly Baker. There you go. I stayed on time without actually realising it. So, I hope it was helpful. I hope that, you know, it resonated with some of you. And genuinely, and any of you that know me personally will know that life isn't always sunshine and rainbows, right? It's not for anybody. It really, really isn't. And over my life and over in jobs I've had and in social circles and with some people in my life, I have genuinely had people say to my face, oh, she's so positive, like she's well annoying. I'd rather be known for being positive and annoying than negative and draining somebody's life. So honestly, you do you. If you are sending out positive, happy vibes into the world and people don't like that, like that's on them, not on you. So that isn't what I was going to say to finish. But yeah, I hope it helped. I hope it resonated with some of you. I hope it was all right. And if any of you want to, you might not want to add me as a friend, but if ever you know, if you've got any questions or you want to reach out or add me as a friend on Facebook or Instagram or whatever platform there is, feel free. Yeah, I will share that little Rachel Hollis clip in the group or in the feed in here, wherever Holly would prefer me to share it. And I will write the books that I've read that I found helpful in the thread as well. And you're very, very welcome. Honestly, I hope it was helpful. And I'm going to go. So I'll see you later. Take care. Just keep rocking your business. Just keep telling yourself every day, you can, you can, you can. And if you can't hear your own voice in your head, find my voice and just pretend it's me shouting in your ear going, you can do it, because you can. You absolutely can. Right, I'm going to go. See you later.